Hi, welcome back to Little Suburban Homestead. Today we're going to do a product review. You've all heard about these emergency light bulbs. If you haven't, these things are amazing. I got these off of Amazon. They were 6 bulbs for about 25 bucks. Okay. What they are is they're a battery backup light bulb. These things are very cool for their intended purpose. So right off the bat, I'm going to say that they're supposed to be a 60-watt bulb. What you have behind me is our pole lamp. I'm hoping that this isn't washed out with the camera, but it's got a 60-watt LED bulb in it. And so I'm going to do a switch up here. I'm going to let you see what this is. Obviously, it's like I say, it's a nice bright bulb. I don't know if you would call it a warm or soft light or whatever it is. And then we're going to put the LED bulb, excuse me, the emergency bulb back in. So this is it. This thing is really cool. Good idea. All right, so here it is. Just looks like a normal light bulb. Oh, wait a minute. I must be producing electricity. Wow. No, what I'm doing is I'm connecting the ground with the hot with my body, and I got bad connectivity with there. See, that's all I'm doing. So what the cool thing is, every bulb that comes in the box also has this screw-on cap, and it's got a switch on the end of it. Okay, so you screw this on. It's got a little hanger. Now you can take this out, work on a car, in the shed, closet, wherever, or you have a power outage, and now you can put a light bulb wherever you want to go. These things are really a good idea. Okay, so what I wanted to show you was there is a difference. Okay, that's a 60-watt bulb. These days, who knows? A 60-watt bulb, I think if you had a real filament incandescent bulb, you could say, okay, well, that's a 60-watt bulb. Is this really a 60-watt bulb? Who knows? That's what they sell it as. This here, I think you'll see, is a different type of a light. This is supposed to be also that, I don't know if you want to call it warm or whatever, soft light. It's more a cross, I think, between a daylight, which is not daylight, it's too bright. A cross between a daylight and a soft. So anyway, but I want to say right off the bat, I mean, these things they're great for their intended purpose. So anyway, let's go ahead, switch these out, and we'll be right back. All right, we're back. So I think you can see that the light is different. It's not putting out as much light. In fact, one thing that we noticed was that the bulbs, so this is the standard bulb, okay? Standard bulb. The shield in the other bulb comes up a little higher, so that bulb, the light is more focused up. This bulb here is more focused in a broader spectrum. So but for their intended purpose, they're awesome. I'm going to leave the normal bulb in there. We were testing it out today. So cool thing is you screw these things in. Well, how do they charge? Well, they said about 6 to 8 hours of runtime. So we put all these in various lamps around the house. She's got one, and Wendy's got one in her office. We may or may not leave that in there depending on how much light it puts out, because it's a one light fixture. Let's see, we've got one down in the laundry room. We decided that that's not enough light, and actually we need a 2-light fixture down there, so we're going to swap that out tomorrow. And with the battery operated lights in that fixture and that one there it's behind the camera, it was not quite enough light in here. So we're going to leave the one in the light that's behind the camera here. We're going to leave that one there for the emergency light in the room. But for their intended purpose, these things they're spot on. I would highly recommend them. And I mean, what more can I say? So you get what you pay for. I don't know the longevity of these lights, but we have, for 6 to a box for 25 bucks, you can't beat it. You never know when you're actually going to need these things. And for the ability to be able to put them wherever you need it. Say you're in a dark closet, the power's not out, dark closet, and take it in there and hang it in there. And, oh, okay, I found what I'm looking for. You take it out, hang it back up again for an emergency time. They're supposed to last about 8 hours when the power goes out. So if you had these on for 8 hours solid, they're supposed to last that long. I don't know how long they're going to last. We suppose we could do a test on that sometime too. But think about it this way. If you're working and trying to find something, or you're working outside or whatever like that, do you want to be hanging onto a flashlight that you can't get to stay where you need, the thing's rolling off, or it quits, or whatever like that. Mag lights are great, but they never, you got to hold them under your arm and try to work at the same time and so on. This, you just put this cap on the end of it, and you could hang it under the hood. You could do whatever you needed to do. So again, I just think that they're great for their intended purpose, but you got to remember that they are going to have a different light. So anyway, wanted to keep this kind of short. You guys are amazing. Really appreciate you checking out our channel. Please, as always, please like, please subscribe, share our channel. The shares are really what makes this channel work. Share it, and then comment if you got any comments. If you had these light bulbs here, or the battery operated ones. So by the way, they do go on and off. One thing that I haven't mentioned before we end this thing is you can leave it in there. Say your power does go out, rather than unscrewing the light bulb, you just unplug it from the wall. You take any kind of a metal clip. They come with a metal clip. It's over there. I'm not going to grab it right now. Just a metal, like a binder clip, and cross the two prongs on the plug that goes into the wall. And now you've completed a circuit, just like when I was holding my fingers on the end of the bulb. And so then you can turn on and off the light right there, and you wouldn't have to take the bulb out of the fixture. Forgot to mention that. That's important. So you don't necessarily have to take the bulb out of the fixture. You just cross, a paper clip would work also to just cross the two prongs. Don't put it back in the wall. You're going to end up, because if power comes back on, you're going to have an explosion there. Well, you wouldn't. You just have a pop circuit breaker is all you'd have. So no explosion. Anyway, with that, we just want to say thank you very much for stopping by. This is Little Suburban Homestead, and we'll see you next time.